FNAF is on the menu today, people, and I am happy to serve it. Now, to the 5 returning viewers, welcome back. And if you're new, hey, I am Jaden, and this is my channel where I make stuff out of pipe cleaners. Now, to start off this build, I will make the top of the head, but since this guy is much more complex than what I've made before, I sort of have to go from it at a different angle. Now, I actually kind of made the head a bit too big, so I had to make everything else bigger to compensate, and this took so many materials, man. And of course I didn't notice until after I finalized the face. But for now, I will start on the bottom jaw and the eye sockets. And look at that, the killer human robot's face is actually starting to come together. I'll then use this frame to wrap some pipe cleaners around it and form a less smashable face. Now while we have some time, let me go ahead and explain this character. Now this guy specifically is the main antagonist from the most recent FNAF game as of this recording, FNAF Into the Pit. Now you have to play as this boy named Oswald, and you have to save your dad from this hunk of junk that kidnapped him. Now I did some research on the canonical name of this rabbit, and the best I could find was Yellow Rabbit, so there's not really much I can do with that, but we all really know who it is. Now at this point, I don't know how I'm going to make it look like an animatronic, so I'm really just hoping for something to work out and piece everything together. The solution I came up with was to just add some more pipe cleaner. Now this may look more like a chicken than a yellow rabbit, but trust me, we will fix that. Right now I will finish off the lower jaw and finish off the basic face shape. And to finally make this look like a rabbit, I decided to start adding the ears. I then made the visible wires and circuitry to help connect everything together as well. I also decided to droop the ears because having them stand up would be way too big. And with that, the build is actually starting to come together. After putting on the nose, I also decided to work on the neck as well because I wanted it to slot into the body and actually be able to move around. And for the body itself, I went for this weird little shape here that has a hole at the top that would be able to fit the head in. Also made armholes just in case I had to slot the arms in, but that was never really needed. Now because I was unfamiliar with making these holes on the sides, I actually had to use a new tactic, which cost me a lot of time and a lot of materials. Now I did indeed finish the torso, but it looked kind of weird and small, and yeah, I just had to scrap it later on to make another one. But on to my nemesis, which are eyes. But this time it was actually pretty easy because it's just 2 simple circles. I put in both of the eyes and then I went to work on the gums and the teeth. And for someone who devours humans, his teeth are actually quite clean. After making top teeth, bottom teeth, and connecting the face, you finally have a working head. I also spent a little bit more time making his second row of teeth just to make him even more fearful. I also made the new torso and waist and was able to make them move independently of each other. As you can see, he also kind of has a slouch as well. I also made his arms and shoulders as well. I covered up the armholes too because I knew I was not going to be using them. Now while I'm making some more detail for the torso, I just want to go ahead and check up on you guys. So how are you guys doing? You know, you already ate up all your food? That's that quick? I mean, dang. Now I'll put this on the torso and I'll put some buttons on it as well just to make it all connect. I also work on a simple purple bow tie that will make sure that we all know who this character is supposed to be. After putting on those buttons, I had a clear vision and knew that this was definitely going to work out. For now, I will finish up making the arms and then I'll start on the legs. Although it was kind of weird for me to get the size right. I also use this technique to help put together all the limbs. I also covered the top and bottom just to make sure there are no gaps when it's moving. Now for the legs, I actually made them lankier than the arms, so that means that this guy is insanely tall. As you might see as well, they are slanted, so they can actually fit with the waist a little bit better, hopefully, at least. I don't know, this is my first time. I also made the rest of the legs, which means that the only thing left to make are the hands and the feet. Well, almost. I still had to make the knees first. Now I actually connected the legs a little bit differently than I did the arms, so I don't know why I did that, but I did. Next I decided to go with the feet, and I did so by making a rectangle box. Now of course we can't just leave him with Minecraft feet, so I decided to go ahead and give him some digits. And speaking of Minecraft, the movie trailer actually dropped recently, so if you're from the future, tell me how the movie went, you know? But making the feet were the easy part. The hard part was actually the hands. Now I'll start with this general shape for the palm, thumb, and index finger. Of course, these were obviously connected to make them more flexible. I wonder why this reminds me of Edward Scissorhands. Now it took me a little while to get this result because I was working with such little space in between the fingers, but I think it actually came out pretty nice. After a longer while, I finished up the hands and there was only a little bit left to do to make them look nice. And all I had to do was add some gray. So with that, the hands are finished and they're actually quite flexible too, which I like a lot. Starting the full connection process, I added up all the arm pieces and then connected it to the torso. Now the leg connections were a bit more difficult than I anticipated, but after wrapping a little bit more gray pipe cleaner around, I think it actually turned out pretty good. But with that, the last part to connect is the head, and once I do that, it's on to these pictures. So we both made it to the end, you know. Hopefully you didn't skip through the video just to make it here. Otherwise, if you did, please go back. Why are you here? But anyways, I just want to take some time to say, man, thank you for watching the video, man. Just if you liked it at any point, please just take like 7 seconds out of your day. If you're in full screen, exit out of full screen. You know, click that red or black button that says subscribe. You know, maybe like the video, because you know, just You might be the one person that makes my day, you know, changes my life, you know. You don't know. So just taking 7 seconds to click the small button, man, it means the world to me. So yeah, this is the yellow rabbit, but I really want to say it's Springtrap, but I mean, he's kind of Springtrap, but he's kind of not, you know? Like, if you know, you know, but if you don't, you don't. So, we're just gonna keep on calling him Yellow Rabbit. Thank you, FNAF community, if you're seeing this. Just anybody from the FNAF community, thank you for watching. Yeah, hopefully you return back for another video or watch another video. I don't want to do another FNAF animatronic anytime soon because this took up all of my resources and this was quite time consuming as well. So yeah, overall, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again.